As medals are concerned, the medals which we put on the left side, these are the medals which we have earned actually.
Yeah.
The stars represent actual operations. The medals represent being deployed in the forward area, but not part of an operation.
Okay.
So these medals are my self-earned medals. The medals on the right. Since I am a second generation army officer,
Yeah.
I am entitled to put on my father's medals, which he earned during his service. So I have the great pride to putting on medals on both sides, being the second generation army officer.
That's so amazing. That's so amazing. I'm just curious, if you're third generation, you'll have one more somewhere?
I do.
You can put your grandfather?
If I last that long, or if but then.
All right, hi everyone, welcome on board. Today I'm really excited. 1971 war veteran and a multiple, I would call CEO or chairman of many companies is sitting with us. Hi sir, welcome on board.
Thank you.
Really humbled. Camera on पहले होने के पहले ही मैं इतना information में डूब चुका हूँ and I'm really enjoying this conversation. But आज हम start करते हैं. Sir, let's begin. Sir, you are the alumni of NDA.
Yes.
Which was in 19.
I joined NDA in 1967, the proud 38th NDA course.
Wow.
I would like to mention, immediately after passing out from NDA to IMA and after finishing a course in IIM, graduating from IIM in 71 June, war clouds were imminent. Yeah. We went for short young officers course and after that we were thrown into the war.
Like the real 1971 war.
Actual war. So we were very raw. A lot of us didn't come back. But then I can say with just pride that Lieutenant Arun Khetarpal was our course mate who earned the highest gallantry award of Paramveer Chakra in the Battle of Basantar.
Oh wow.
So I belong to 38th course. Also we have the second highest gallantry award not in the face of enemy by Colonel N.J.C. Nair who was awarded Ashok Chakra. So our 30th course has the unique the achievement.
They are
having both
the cool gangs.
Paramveer Chakra and Ashok Chakra.
Dono ek
the highest gallantry awards.
Wow, wow. In the 38th NDA.
Yes.
Wow. Sir, you fought in 1971, but before that, I'm really excited about your medals. So, what these medals represent, they're really amazing. They're looking fantabulous, and your hat is going really. Which regiment do you belong? I know there's Punjab regiment, there is the Gujarat regiment, battalion bhi hota hai, regiment bhi hota hai.
I'll tell you.
Please, sir.
I am from the Corps of Engineers.
Okay.
The Royal Bombay Sappers. See, during the British era, there were three presidencies: Bengal Presidency, Bombay Presidency, and Madras Presidency.
Okay.
So after that, the three groups were formed of the Corps of Engineers: Bombay Sappers, Bengal Sappers, and Madras Sappers. Madras Sappers being the senior most. I belong to Bombay Sappers.
Wow.
Now, Sappers are basically engineering wing of the army, which is a fighting arm. Because any battle that starts, we have to go along with the front troops, with the infantry, to clear the minefield, clear the water obstacles, clear the fortifications, and after the war also make the passages, roads, other things. And we make bridges across the river obstacles after sunset and before dawn.
So after sunset, before dawn.
We have to ensure that our troops and the tank formations cross the bridge before the daylight. Wow. Otherwise, they'll be sitting ducks for the enemy. So we've been very sappers are very actively involved in the battle.
So amazing, sir. So when the 1970 war was happening, so how far you were from the action?
In 71 war, we were first deployed in Majita near Amritsar, but then we were laying the minefields across the Ajnala border and also preparing all the bridges for reserve demolition. Because just in case the enemy came in to slow down the movement of the enemy into our interiors, the bridges had to be blown. So you can't blow the bridge last minute. Yeah. So bridges were, explosive was laid, everything was done. Only when the order was given, bridge had to be blown. It was all ready.
Oh.
So we had prepared all the bridges for this thing. Also, Punjab is a riverine and a canal area.
Yeah.
So to stop the enemy tank movement and all, we had also prepared flooding plans. That is, we had to breach canals at certain strategic points from where enemies come, so that enemy tanks could get bogged down and they were sitting ducks for us. Oh. So we carry out all these preparations for the war. But primarily in western sector, it was to hold the enemy because we had to go in to Bangladesh and Pakistan that time.
Okay.
So we were along the entire Gurdaspur till Ajnala, spread across laying minefields.
Okay.
And after the war, the certain area near Khemkaran called Sejra was captured.
Okay.
So there we were deployed to remove the mines laid by Pakistanis.
Oh.
And also, under the garb of clearing the field of fire, all trees had to be chopped so that any further future enemy movement and all could be located by us.
True, true.
But what I observed, in Khemkaran till Ratoke is the last border. It's a
Okay.
big Nihang Gurdwara.
Okay.
There were pakka buildings, roads, everything, electricity. But when the moment we crossed over to Sejra in Pakistan, I saw only two built-in buildings. One was a post office, second was the mosque. Otherwise, there were no roads, no pakka buildings, nothing, no electricity.
On the Pakistan,
Yes.
Pakistan side.
So one felt very proud that despite all the slow movement or Hindu rate of growth which was called then, India had progressed so much, whereas Pakistan was nowhere near development.
Just like few kilometers here and there.
Across the border.
Across the border.
And we used to, in the beginning we used to go to Sejra, come and sleep at night in India.
Acha, oh, okay.
Later on, my platoon as a youngster, I was asked to pitch my camp there.
Okay.
So I stayed for 3 months in Sejra only.
जाओ border पे करके आओ.
No, we are in Pakistan.
In Pakistan.
Yes.
Oh wow, wow. And how far were those army tanks or something? Were they all across place? That
No,
time
no,
or
we
was-
saw a lot of destroyed Pakistani tanks there
Acha.
because we had captured, na.
Yeah.
So it was there.
Great.
A lot of dead bodies were there just covered because people died and Pakistan had not claimed their bodies. So we gave them a respectable burial.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And sir, how true is the border movie? Is it like close to it or?
Quite well
Quite
represented.
well, huh?
Yes,
I
yes,
love
yes.
the movie. Me being a Punjabi, I always wanted to go to army. Sir ने NDA तरह पहुंच पे मैं पहुंच नहीं पाया. So मेरा वो medical में fail हो गया. वो होता है ना legs के बीच
हाँ,
में.
yes, yes. Knock knee.
सर ये नौकरी में फेल हो गया सर मैं बाकी मैंने सब कुछ क्लियर कर लिया था मैं भी शायद आर्मी में होता बट एनीवे स्पेस दैट्स अमेजिंग सर व्हाई आर्मी हैपेंड आई मीन यू केम फ्रॉम आर्मी बैकग्राउंड योर डैड उसके पहले सर मुझे ये बताओ ये व्हाट आर दीस मेडल्स फॉर आई एम रियली एक्साइटेड टू नो अबाउट द जर्नी ऑफ दीस मेडल्स
You see, I'll start from the beginning.
या
I grew up in an army environment. My father is from the famous 5 Gorkha Rifles, Frontier Forces. And we stayed in army messes or army societies. So everyone's parents were in the army. And then there was a culture of public schools and all. And Sainik schools had just come up. So seeing the army environment and the idea of joining Sainik school, I just joined Sainik school. There again you got little,
More
pumped. And that's how I joined NDA. And as far as the medals are concerned, the medals which we put on the left side, these are the medals which we have earned actually.
या
The stars represent actual operations. The medals represent being deployed in the forward area, but not part of an operation.
ओके
So these medals are my self-earned medals. The medals on the right. Since I am a second generation army officer,
Yeah.
I am entitled to put on my father's medals, which he
Oh.
earned during his service. So I have the great pride to putting on medals on both sides, being
Superb.
the second generation army officer.
दैट्स सो अमेजिंग दैट्स सो अमेजिंग
So-
just curious sir, if you're third generation you'll have one more somewhere
I do.
you can put a grandfather
Maybe if I last that long, or if but then
If there-
my son decided not to join the army.
not to join but
So
yeah
I think
but
it
can
is-
you put that is there a law
My son will be able to put the medals post me, maybe on his right chest.
even if he's not in army
I think on certain occasions he can put it. There's
Oh.
a little ambiguity about it.
oh is it okay when there is ambiguity use it come on this is like so these are like wars or operations like गड़बड़े हो रही हैं मतलब ये
No. These are operations.
These are
Like say, this is 71 war. This is a star.
oh wow yeah
But
wow.
then if you're not in the this thing battle, this is for the being in that operational area. Like this blue one is for Sikkim.
oh nice but some action is happening
Yes,
बम गिर रहे हैं
total action.
Oh. So in 1971, going back to the history, so was there a time when they were like shelling all over the place, जैसे movies में दिखाते हैं? Did you get a chance to be close to that action?
No, there was shelling, and worst thing is In the minefield, people were dying.
Oh.
And also, when after the war, we had to clear the minefields because otherwise civilians couldn't use that lands. So while removing the minefields because of rain and the mines have shifted.
Oh yes.
So our own people also, despite having records of the minefields, because mines had drifted, lost limb or this thing.
Yeah. That's scary one. So till now it's all cleared? All the mines
are cleared. But just for your information, since I told you I was involved in humanitarian demining in Sri Lanka after the this Sri Lanka conflict was over.
Yeah, tell us more about that. So what this...
You see, mines have a shelf life of about 70 years.
70.
So they can kill people up to 70 years. Now certain mines which were laid way back in 48, when the Kabylis attacked in Kashmir, J&K, those mines kept going off till now. Because they had shelf life, they started malfunctioning, but one fine day they'll go off. Because explosives have got the shelf life. So it was, we removed the mines, but then Sri Lanka we had to help people get back to their normal life. So United Nations asked various organizations to come and do the humanitarian demining, which was not under the enemy fire, in their own time with all the safety. It was funded by Norway. So from India only 2 groups were shortlisted, and we did humanitarian demining in Sri Lanka for almost a decade.
What?
In the war-torn area, and luckily we had no casualties. And I had the proud privilege of being director in both the NGOs.
Wow.
So I was associated with both. And now, of course, that funding is stopped. Our NGOs are doing so many other works.
So Sri Lanka mein jo demining hui hai, wo sab aapne kari hai?
No, there were other countries also.
Other countries also. India,
there were only 2 organizations called Sarvatra Technical Services and Horizon OPSEM. That is Organization for Post-Conflict Environment Management.
दोनों आपके अंडर थे?
मेरे अंडर नहीं. I was one of the directors.
One of the directors.
There were other senior people who
other
were
people
chairman. Yes.
You were part of the whole deal.
Yes, yes.
और श्रीलंका को जो इंडिया का सपोर्ट दिया गया for demining.
Humanitarian demining.
Humanitarian. ये खैर कौन सी वॉर की बात था श्रीलंका?
After the Sri Lanka conflict with the LTT.
LTT. Oh, okay, great.
Once this LTT thing was stabilized, then they had to clear the mines because mines were laid at random everywhere.
It was scary, sir. I spent a night in Sri Lanka, and it was so scary to go on the road as well. There were like cops all over the place, like the military guys holding hands. And they told us at the airport itself, like within the 10 kilometer of the airport area, you're all safe. After that, तुम्हारा तुम देख लेना. That was like very scary. So I was like, आपने वो उतारा ही क्यों जहाज? It was like a stopover flight to London. I was like, why the hell would you stop only if it's... And similar thing happened in Egypt as well. Egypt was also under turmoil in 2015-16.
Afghanistan has got so many mines laid that it will take almost a century to clear them.
Sir, I was in a country called Laos. Have you heard of
Laos? Yes.
It's called one of the world's most... There's some area, one of the world's most bombed country, जहाँ पे कभी war हुआ ही नहीं. War was happening on the Vietnam side.
Okay.
North Vietnam versus South Vietnam. You know, like US versus Germany. और ये साइड में ऐसे ही सर उड़ गए. और आज भी वहाँ पे माइन से nearly 300 kids lose their all. वो small bomb होता था जिससे वो carpet bombing करते हैं. What is it called? There's like a ball kind of bomb which is used in an airplane, and they do carpet bombing, which are like अगर आपको civilians उड़ाने हैं ज़मीन से
just carpet bombing. Yeah.
Carpet bombing. So those are like small bomb kind of, like a ball kind of thing. The kids actually go and pick these bombs, which are still happening. Okay. So 300 kids are still losing limbs.
No, there are people losing limbs everywhere, and that's why Princess Diana's organization was given Peace Prize for Nobel Prize for Peace for bringing awareness and bringing anti-mine treaty. So a lot of almost more than 200 countries are signatory to the anti-mine treaty.
Yeah.
So
India is too.
India is not signatory because we have got very porous borders, and we still need them as an effective deterrence for the infiltrators.
Superb, sir. Superb. So 1971 war done. You were married before the war? Or
No. I got married much after the war.
Oh.
We were just young officers there. Just out of IIMA commission at the age of 20.
Yeah. Oh.
We are just 20 years old.
And the war, you sent on the war.
We were sent to the war.
Sir, माहौल क्या होता है? किसी को तो डर लगता होगा थोड़ा सा, जितने भी trained हो आप.
See, fear is a very natural instinct, but overcoming fear is by disciplined thinking. And also when your troops are going into the war, we are all committed. So that fear, you overcome the fear. But to say I am not afraid is wrong. We have to overcome the fear for higher aims or higher challenges.
Right. So what do they teach in army? I'm just curious. Let's spend more time on army. I mean, as I always wanted to become an NDA guy, I couldn't make it. So जंग हो रही है, वहाँ पे बम गिर रहे हैं, गोलाबारी हो रही है, लोग मर रहे हैं, and you have to go next. And what do they train in that period of time when you have to actually go? And तुम्हें पता है कि शायद तुम नहीं आने वाले.
No, but that's the time where ना इज्जत, team spirit, and you have to lead them. How can you let down your people? So you rise to the occasion, and that time the adrenaline is so much pumped. You don't think about it. You are very focused to go and hit the enemy.
Yeah.
Yes. For some time that fear is over. And when you have the battle cry, Har Har Mahadev, or Shivaji Maharaj ki Jai, or Jo Bole So Nihal, you are so charged. And then you can't let down your people. In fact, you want to lead them.
Wow.
So that adrenaline is there.
तो मूवीज में दिखाते हैं वो एक दोस्त रोक रहा होता है, अरे डोंट गो देयर एंड फिर निकल जाते हैं.
I think a person who doesn't go, he will not be able to face himself. So there is no question of going back.
Wow.
And imagine in Kargil war,
Yeah.
people climbed the vertical rock face
Yeah.
to attack the enemy when the death was sure. Enemy was sitting on top and attacking you. But no, they went.
So were you active during Kargil war?
No, I had retired from taken premature retirement from the army in
Achha.
April 92 after 20 years of service.
Oh.
So because I had a urge to do something on my own. So I wanted to, hone my leadership qualities which I learned in the army and try them in real life in the civil world.
सर ने सिविलियन मार्केट के अंदर बहुत ही धमाल मचाया है, and he has made a school which is like a mini copy of army school. We're going to talk about that. It's a business school. All right, thank you so much for your time, sir. Lovely interacting with you. Boys and girls, hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. I really learned a lot. अगर तुम लोगों को वीडियो पसंद आया तो नीचे do it on the like button और कमेंट करके मुझे बताइए what are the best section. And sir is doing multiple things, and sir is also the chairman at Indus Business School. Abhi sir, it's been 20 years right now.
25.
More power to you, pharma, chairman, whiskey, rum. This guy has done it all. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Take care, sir. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cut.